Welcome to Battle Talk. I am Don Battlehawk. This is the logo, and this episode is brought to you by the fans in Section 140. Today's show, versus a winning record. That's what we're doing today, versus a winning record. Today we're looking at the top four teams, the 1 through 4 seed, that are playing Sunday and see how they're done against a team with a winning record. All right, so here we go. The Storm are the number 1 seed. They're 8-2. Versus the Kings, who are 6-4. They finished the season with a winning record. The Storm are 2-0, right? That means that they beat the Kings, a team that finished with a winning record, twice. Versus the Battlehawks, 6-4, a team that also has a winning record. At the end of the season, they're 0-1. So the Storm are 2-1 versus teams with a winning record. Okay? Now, the Battlehawks, 2nd seed. They are 6-4. There we go. Now, versus the Storm, the Battlehawks are 1-0. Versus the Kings, the Battlehawks are 1-0. We play the Kings on Sunday at the Battle Dome. No other team that they played finished the season with a winning record. The St. Louis Battlehawks are 2-0 versus teams that finished the season with a winning record. Number 3 seed, the Kings. All right, 6-4 versus the Storm. They're 0-2 versus the Battlehawks. They're 0-1. The Kings are 0-3 versus a team that finished the season with a winning record. The number 4 seed, the Defenders. Okay, versus the Battlehawks, they're 1-1. They split it. Versus the Kings, they're 0-2. And versus the Storm, they're 0-2. So that means that they are 1-4. No, 1-5. Against winning teams at the end of the season. Teams with a winning record at the end of the season. Therefore, that tells me that the two teams with the edge, based upon playing other winning teams, are the Battlehawks and the Storm. With the Storm being 2-1 and the Battlehawks being 2-0. The Kings do not fare well. They are the underdog in this situation, in this metric. And the Defenders have a win against the Battlehawks, a winning team. So, but they have 5 losses. They lost once against the Battlehawks, twice against the Storm, and twice against the Kings. So that puts them as the underdogs, using this metric. That is an interesting breakdown and an interesting way to look at it. So, we have 2 games on Sunday. I think it's at 2 p.m., but check your local listings, Central Time. It'll be the Defenders at the Storm. Not in Orlando, but at Daytona Stadium at Daytona Beach. From what I understand, I think it was Bear Snake Defender that said that the UFL made something right when it came to the situation of DC fans booking to go to Columbus. I don't know any of the details or how that worked out. For all I know, they gave him a gift card to the Sizzler. I have no idea, but it's kind of cool to hear that something good was done in that regard. Then we have the Louisville Kings at St. Louis Battlehawks at the Dome, Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Check your local listing for any time differences where you live or changes. And that'll be exciting because I do expect a lot of St. Louis fans to be there. And I also expect the Kings to have probably the largest representation of any visiting team to date. And I think before that, we were looking at DC at the playoffs, I think. I might be confusing what happened when they were playing against the Panthers in the championship and them all being in town. I don't know. But there we go. So that is that. Thank you for watching Battle Talk, and I'll see you tomorrow.